Well, good morning, everybody. It is the 26th of May, and Coffee Talk coming at you. Guido from the left side of the Atlantic.
That's Pilgrim from the correct side of the Atlantic with his cup of tea, toasting the fact that it's a long weekend. It's a bank holiday this weekend, so I haven't got to go to work tomorrow.
What is your holiday this weekend?
It's a hangover from the socialist days. It's a May Day bank holiday.
Oh, May Day. That's right. Ours is Memorial Day, so it's a.
I know it is. Yeah, you got Memorial Day.
Yeah. So not celebrating, honoring. That's better. Honoring the fallen. Gator Sasquatch. Good morning, guys. We were having a chat before we started, and I was telling Pilgrim that I went fishing on Friday, and I had to recover yesterday because mistakes were made.
Were there?
Yeah.
Mistakes.
Yeah, mistakes were made. As in the first beer was popped at 9.
Nah, that's not a mistake.
9
That's
a.m.
an ongoing trip.
9 a.m. Woo.
Ooh,
Man.
Oh, man.
We
What time
yeah.
Did you finally? What time did you finally?
We came back in about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and he picked up his family. Yeah, I mean, we were out there for a long time, but it was I don't know, like, it wasn't Bud Light, but it's low ABVs.
Was it quite sunny?
Very. I got really burnt too. It's hard. You can probably tell a little bit, but I was red as a lobster yesterday.
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah. So, but we caught some ladyfish, which you don't eat. Some blues. There's another blue fish out in the surf we caught. It's blue runner, I believe it's called. Some blue runners.
Are they fighters? Do you have to work for it?
They're all right. Yeah, they're. It depends on the rig, right? If you've got a light rig, then almost anything's a fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What else did we catch? Speckled trout. One keeper that we didn't
Nice.
end up keeping. Another smaller one that was too small. Oh, Brute, good morning.
Are they spawning at the moment? Are they carrying eggs at the moment? Aren't they? Or are they going up to the rivers to spawn?
Don't know. The fact that I even know some of the names has maxed out my knowledge of
Somebody will tell us.
of bay fishing. I told you the story of chucking the rod into the water, so I was able to use my new rod, which was nice. Caught fish on it, so there you go. We took care of that.
That's it. Well, you broke the virginity of the rod.
I did.
Didn't you? Yeah, cool.
And my Chinese fake shrimp lure caught stuff. I lost one because I was too lazy to put a stronger leader on. I was just going straight off the monofilament, and everything in the bay has teeth and sharp scales and stuff.
And then there's stuff on the bottom of the bay as well, which will.
Yeah.
I mean, how deep were you going?
You're kind of
spinning a take.
Well, we actually trolled through the pass and went out into the Gulf a little bit for a while along the beach. But then you come back in, and most of the stuff's caught in what they call the flats. It's anywhere from 3 to 8 feet, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because everything's hanging out in the grass. They all like to hang out in the grass.
Yeah, of course they do.
Otherwise you're going to the bottom for the grouper and the snapper and stuff that's really far down.
Yeah, or you get flounders, and then all right, if you're spinning, you're going to take a flounder anyway. But
yeah, we saw turtles and dolphins, and
awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a good day.
What a great place to live.
It was.
You've got that in the bay, and then
big old Ray.
Things like give it the old flap the arms and the smiley face.
Big dude, like big one.
Yeah.
We got small ones in the bay. Huh?
Although they can kill you if they got that spine that they've got.
Steve Irwin knows that.
Steve Irwin knows that. Yeah, they are quite placid, aren't they? Cool to swim with, I would imagine.
They don't zap you unless you step on them or grab you.
Yeah, you can do something.
That's something you got to watch out for when you're actually walking around in the bay. They recommend shuffle your feet a little bit because if you step right on one of them, it'll whoosh.
Okay.
It'll let you know.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing this weekend? We got a grill out coming up today, so I got to clean my porch today.
Oh well, see, the project's on hold because it was scheduled for yesterday to finish off the project. Because I took your advice and said to the house general, I'll get the project finished tomorrow, and then I forgot that 2 things were happening yesterday, which I wasn't reminded of. One was the bike needed a service, 2,500-mile service, and secondly, my granddaughters were descending on us. So I managed to get out the granddaughter thing by taking the bike to the service, which cost me basically the whole of my life savings just to get it serviced. American Iron, 50 cents a gallon for your gas. and I'm paying nearly $300 for its first service. They're crying out loud. They didn't even change the oil. They just inspected it. Some geezer with a torch went round going, that's all right, that's all right, that's all right. Signed it off. Hour and a half later, I'm lighter by $300, mate.
Wow.
That's not good.
Wow, just looking for leaks and stuff. Good morning, Vitor.
Yeah.
No problem, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think they didn't change anything because the filters and everything were all fine. So nothing changed on that side of things. And when I looked at the service record, there was nothing to change on the 2,500 mile service. So the first time they do a change is a 5,000 mile.
Yeah, the
which
first
is great
one's
because it's a yeah.
just a once over to make sure something significant isn't happening.
Yeah, which is great. It's fine. I get that. But I forgot that it was a premium vehicle. You guys make premium vehicles. You make Harley Davidsons, you make Indians, and they all carry a premium. A bit like the Italians with their Ducatis. So where I thought it was cheap as chips, I had to sneak into the house and try and get upstairs. But she heard me and she shouted me into the kitchen. She went, "How much?" And I went, "Hurr." She went, "What?" I went, "Hurr." She said, "I didn't understand what you said." I said, "I'll leave the bill on the side."
And I'll just see myself out the door.
Yep. I'll just get on with the project in the yard.
Good morning, old brute. Dog, Gator. How's everyone doing, man? Yeah, holy cow. Yeah, we're gonna have a cookout. So I gotta,
Nice.
after this, I have to go clean the porch off.
Right, okay.
Get that ready.
And then what do you do? Do you pre-cook? Do you do any pre-cooking, or do you just get it on?
I'm not sure what we're making. Maybe not. I think we're gonna go simple and do burgers.
Yeah, burgers or a bit of chicken.
Yes, and maybe some brats or something like that. I think.
Cool. Oh, that'd be good.
But I will have a little garden salad. I got some basil. I've got a decent
From
crop.
your own?
Yeah, decent crop of first tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. So that'll be
Wow.
good. Yeah.
See, again, this is the place you live, isn't it? Because things grow where you live. Things don't grow here. They do, but you've got to put effort in.
Yeah.
Whereas just things in Florida just grow.
Let me see what I can do for Pilgrim here. Give me a second.
I'm shouting.
Yeah.
I've got a sore throat now.
Let's see here.
You want me to test?
No, I gotta turn this off because then I gotta go over to here.
Oh, you can see your sunburn now.
Yeah. A little red of the face.
Yeah.
Let's see. Can I turn that up here?
I think I'm maxed out on my side.
I thought I could right click on you and change the volume directly out of. What the heck? I thought I could change the volume of you. What the heck? Right on Discord, because I've got you maxed out for your output. Profile? No. You guys may be SOL on that, man. For some reason, I can't figure that out. I don't want to block him. Let's not block him.
Yeah.
That's weird.
At least you can hear me. If you can hear me, it's fine.
Yeah, sorry, guys. I don't know why. Not sure why it's doing that.
That's fine.
All right. We're back.
I'll bring the mic in a little bit.
There you go. That'll help a little bit. There you go.
That'll help. All right.
Well, tanks wise, let's see what I've been doing. I played played a lot of Hell Divers this week.
Have you now?
Yeah,
I thought you would go because I know you streamed yesterday, didn't you? At whatever time.
Yeah, I did a couple hours yesterday. Bit tough. That was a bit tough.
I thought you'd been focused on it because you did say you wanted to get past the sort of BS and just move through it. So how'd it go?
I don't know. I mean, I like it. I like it.
Different way, Guido.
Well,
how do your friends reckon you did?
Oh, they think I suck.
Do they?
Oh yeah, because they're well ahead of me, man. They're just running around blasting everything, and I had a game yesterday. Frustrated. It reminded me of World of Tanks all of a sudden, because in the 8 or 9 hours I've played it, I haven't had a whole lot of trouble with teammates killing me, because you can blow each other up. There's team damage.
Okay.
And I'm not saying TK, not as in they're killing me on purpose, but there's a lot of grenades and explosive stuff flying around, and you have.
Right, so it's a dangerous place.
Yeah, you can do airstrikes and all kinds of barrages and stuff. But so if you walk into the wrong spot, you get nuked. And I had a game yesterday, and it's the first time two things happened. First time I got killed that many times by my teammates, and it was the first time we ran out of respawns. I'd never seen that before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
How
so
many did you get then?
I don't know. I haven't looked into that yet. It's a lot.
And you ran out?
Yeah, you can run out. I don't know how many there are. 10? I don't know. Diablo probably knows. I haven't. That's one thing. That's one of those questions when you get in a new game. You're like, I need to look that up and figure it out, and then you kind of forget about it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was irritating. And they were all actually high-level guys. They're all like 60th, 70th level dudes. So they played for a while. And for whatever reason, I just kept getting in the way and getting nuked. And what was pissing me off was I'd come back, and I'd go pick up they're called samples. They're things you need to buy other stuff. It's one of the important things you want. Kind of a side quest, I guess. Or a side thing you want to do on each map is grab as many of those as you can. Then I had like 7 or 8 of the damn things. I'd run around all over the map getting them, and then I kept getting killed. I'm like, shit.
Lose them.
Yeah, they drop where you drop, so you got to go back, and then you also want your weapons. If you don't have if your cooldown hasn't happened and you can't summon that weapon again from the ship, you want to go find it because it's laying around. So I'd run over there and get my shit back and get back over and start fighting, and then they'd kill me again. And invariably, they have a respawn. The guys can respawn you, but if you die over here and he's way over here, he'll respawn you where he is because he throws a little thing.
You gotta go all the way.
Yeah, so you gotta go. So I go trucking back over there, pick up the shit. I'm like, ah!
I know, I see what you mean, because I used to play a game, I can't remember what it was called, but it was based very similar to that, and it was in beta, and it was a bit Starship-y type, but you landed on a planet, and your teammates could respawn. Yeah, very similar. I can't remember what it was called now.
Yeah, it was really frustrating, and then when I died, and it said, I don't know, no more, it didn't say respawns, no more reinforcements, I believe, something like that. I'm just like, great, awesome.
Yeah. What am I going to do now, then?
Yeah, I just wasted 25 minutes running around on this map trying to get as many samples, and you guys blew me up 82 times. Now, because I'm new and not particularly good, it's very possible that many of those I walked into something I shouldn't have walked into, or I wasn't paying attention. I don't know, but it was chaotic. I was running around trying to survive. You know, I'd find myself being chased by 7 or 8 bugs, trying to get away from them and shoot them, and then I would explode. Like they would hit that big group with a big thing, and I'd go with it.
Yeah. I mean, would they? So you can designate an area to say bomb. So you can.
Yeah, it's called a stratagem, and there's lots. Okay. So some of them will bring down weapons that you can use. Some will bring down resupply, more ammo.
Yeah. So having to walk into it would be.
Well, what happens is
that area has been nominated to be bombed.
You do the. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. How you do it? It's very console centric, but you have a little ball, and once you call it the stratagem, you can chuck it.
Okay.
And where it hits is the center of whatever that thing is. So if it's a resupply, it'll go right there. If it's a reinforced, that guy will land right there. If it's a barrage in an area, that's the center of the barrage.
Right. Okay.
Or napalm or bombs.
You known that somebody'd done that.
You can see it, and then there's actually a little thing that comes up and says how many meters away you are from it. So because it's not instantaneous, you can try to get the hell out of the way.
Get out of the way. Yeah. Hot cup of napalm, says Kev. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they can stick to enemies. That's great.
Oh, great. I see. So it's like a small sticky grenade stuck to an enemy running.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Fantastic.
I have had the little balls bounce in weird directions. I try to put, like, one thing you can bring down are like different Gatling guns or things that will sit there and shoot at the enemies. Mortars, guns, machine guns, etc. Sometimes, depending on how you throw it, it'll bounce off something and go crazy ways.
Oh, okay. So it's a bit like real life where things don't happen properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It is manic, Wayne, but if you can actually, how would I put this? You can actually play it with some kind of plan, especially if you've got a team that works together. You can actually do pretty well as a team that understands how to help do, because everyone will have a different kind of capability, and you'll be able to bring it all to bear. But it can be extremely manic if you get into it and a couple bugs spawn around you, and now you're running from them and you're trying to reload and everything else.
So first of all, my two questions will be, what's the end game of the game? What are you got to do? Destroy all the bugs?
So that's an interesting question. There's a lot to it. The meta, the big picture, and what I think right now is making it kind of so popular. There's several game mechanics that are important. Number one, it's PvE, so there's no PvP yet. Whether that's coming or not, I don't know. So you're always just fighting the AI together as a team, theoretically. Number two is, and there's two enemy factions, soon to be a third apparently. Bugs and robots, basically.
Okay.
There's a galactic kind of map, or yeah, I guess it's galactic map. Super Earth is your home, it's in the middle. And the enemies are, there's different sectors. And so it is a continuous war as these enemies attempt to get to Super Earth and all the Helldivers attempt to stop them. So there's some of the developers, their job is to sort of manage this big war. And then they'll, so if there's going to be a, sneak attack on a world, and each sector has worlds in it, and they're all different, fire worlds and jungle and desert and all kinds of stuff.
Okay, all right.
So there's this overarching concept of this giant war that's going on.
Right.
So you jump in.
It's possibly never ending then.
Exactly. Now, realistically, for the individual player, there's only so many things to unlock. Now they're adding content as they go, but a lot of people have kind of have unlocked everything, and it takes a long time to do it. You got to collect a lot of resources, and it's kind of interesting because it's a bit like World of Tanks in terms of all the different types of currency.
Right, okay.
But all that shit came at the beginning. Yeah. It's not like they tacked it on. There's samples, rare samples, war bonds. I don't know if they're called credits or whatever. Experience points and they all buy different things in the game. Right. You can spend money too, but so far, spending money, I haven't seen anything really awesome show up in the little store. And I may be missing something. I don't know if that's the only store. I go through the client and I see a few. There's like 4 things and they always suck.
Okay, all right.
At least from what I can tell.
There must be better in there then somewhere.
Maybe, but there doesn't seem to be at this point anyway much pay to win or real big reason to buy stuff.
So there are. I'm now assuming that okay, you've got bugs and you've got robots with the possibility of a third enemy force being introduced in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So is there such a thing as like you get surrounded by bugs, you kill them all off, and then the boss bug comes and you've got a boss fight, or is it just continuously bugs?
So when you go to the worlds, there's, I don't know, maybe half a dozen to a dozen missions on the world, and you can pick the one you want to go to, and they have different missions. They have kill the big boss bug, which are these big armored bugs, and the same thing for the robots. There's very similar things with the robots. I'm not as familiar with that because I've only played that a couple times. Okay. There's raise the flag, there's defend an area, there's rescue the people, launch the ICBM, turn on the transmitter or turn it off. And there's side missions for each one, but they all take anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, 40 minutes, depending on the mission. Right. So it's a little bit like World of Tanks, that you can just jump in, play, and then leave. You don't have to, be there for a while.
So, like World of Tanks, there is no end game as such. There's no boss.
Not necessarily, but like I said, some people have unlocked everything already.
So where do you go from there?
So where do you go? Other than you're still fighting the big galactic war, theoretically helping the. And I think fairly recently they almost wiped out the bugs, or thought they had, or had come close, or some such thing. But of course the devs can, here comes the bugs again. They've done a sneak attack further in one of the sectors. There's when I logged on yesterday, they were attacking a couple worlds that had already been 100% liberated for democracy.
Right.
The robots. Okay, so there you go.
But okay, yeah. Do they retake those worlds, or once they're saved, they're saved? They'll
come back and go after them.
Do they? Oh, so you save a world. You can't ring fence it to not allow that to be attacked again.
So Diablo's got. So what happened is, and that's part of the whole developer thing that they set it up, and I don't know. I think it's very dynamic because the developers. I like this about this. The whole idea is they allow the players to kind of organize and do their thing, a little bit like EVE Online, where you get people you get enough people doing one thing, and then it becomes its own little story. So they wiped out the robots. There was a huge effort. Yeah. How much of that was guided exactly by the developers or guided by the player base or a combo of both? It's probably the combo of both. But they basically beat the robots. But of course, then the devs just say they came back with a giant army, and then you're back into it again. So you kind of do this cool thing where you've destroyed the robots, but of course then there's the sequel movie, right? Here comes the robots back, Revenge of the Robots kind of idea. Yeah. So that's been the draw of the thing. I would say though that it's definitely slowed down. There's not as many people playing it right now. Okay. And there was some controversy which I don't actually understand. Diablo I'm sure does. I was going to look it up before we came on because I can't remember what it was all about, but Sony did something with accounts or I don't know what they did. But it pissed a bunch of people off. So I think they lost some players because of that. And then you got guys just... Yeah.
The politics involved, yeah. Okay.
Well, I don't know if it's politics. It was something to do with the accounts. PSN, I don't even know what the hell it was, to be honest. No. Nate, it's called Helldivers 2.
So that leads to my second question, Guido, then. Is it purely team play, or do you play solo as well?
You can play solo. You can do it. Okay. Yeah, it's harder, and the higher the level difficulty, it gets much harder. It's more fun as a team, I think. That's the whole idea of it.
So the team then, do you have a minimum number for team like you will?
Oh well, 4. Up to 4 guys on one squad
one team. Yeah. So and each team member would have unique skills that the other doesn't have.
No, you kind of all have more or less the same, but you can bring different stratagems. You can bring 4 stratagems standard, and I don't know what there might be some armor, some other things that eventually upgraded. I have not unlocked a whole bunch yet, so there's more. Okay. There's about 82 levels to it that I don't know about.
It'd be interesting, wouldn't it, if you could have like the squad medic, the squad gunner, the squad grenade guy.
You could, yeah.
Squad leader.
That's what I'm saying. If you're working together, and I don't know if anybody really gets that deep. The few times I've played with the guys that are relatively organized, they didn't worry about what you brought. Just as long as you brought useful stuff, they didn't care. Sure. And it kind of works that way. You do need to have some heavy hitting stuff because depending on the mission you're going for, if you're going after one of the big armored bugs or the whatever, you want something that hits hard enough that can kill it.
Sure.
You wouldn't want everybody running around with light stuff, but
no, throw rocks.
Yeah, there's almost always somebody that's got what you need anyway. So
okay, cool.
All right, cool. So that's been fun. I've enjoyed that. As far as tanks go, just like. Yeah, the higher difficulty probably requires more. I did do one suicide mission, and we ended up winning. It had nothing to do with me, but 3 guys made it happen. I died a lot. Let's see, 100 Battle Challenge. What are we doing? We are working on the Concept 5.
Yeah.
Cruising along with this, 58%, 81 battles. Low experience, so probably getting carried a lot. I don't know. I don't hate it. It's just not it's not great. It doesn't do anything really that well. Minus the gun is kind of nice, I guess, ish.
Yeah.
I mean, it's accurate-ish, I would say. We're also working on...
Do you not think you're having an impact just because it is a little bit speedier and gets around?
Sure. I think I'm helping with wins a little bit on that, even though I'm not necessarily chipping in a whole bunch of damage per game.
No, but everything else the tank is good at.
Yeah, and I've got a kind of spotting set up, even though it's sort of dopey because its camo is garbage. What's it sitting at? The 15%.
Okay.
I mean, it's just terrible. It's just a giant. It's like a heavy tank camo-wise. It's awful. But I have a CVS and spot. I have put. As it clicks over, I have put a firepower setup, so I'm getting a vert stab and a rammer, so I'll have a little bit better, if I get Himmelsdorf or something like that. Why is this thing? Oh, there we go. So I do have that option.
Guess it's like anything else, though, isn't it, mate? You play it to its strengths, whatever its strength might be. You play it to its strength. Then.
So I played as a harassing, kind of as you would with a leopard, basically, maybe a worse leopard, essentially. We're working on the 832. That's going okay. We're at 57%. I was well over 60 on this. We're at 65 battles. It's been tough lately. I don't know why.
Well, you're tier 8, aren't you? Tier 8 seeing tier 10.
Yeah, but the damage is down. So I don't know. I'm not. Maybe I'm being over aggressive on that. I'm not sure. I have to think about that one. I'm not sure why that one's kind of fallen off a cliff for me. We are also doing the Blizz Click Liga Liza. This is a terrible tier 10. The tier 9 is amazing. We're going to look over here. I wonder where it's sitting. Let's see where it's sitting stats wise. I say it's terrible. Maybe it's actually great and I just suck. It's very possible. Let's see what we got.
Well, I would say a Casemate TD at tier 10 is struggling these days.
It's in the middle. I mean, it's in the middle of the pack at tier 10. It does have a minus 1.74 win rate differential, but that's pretty standard at tier 10. Yeah. Although there are some that have a plus on the TDs. That's actually impressive.
Yeah.
Wow. So the Minotauro is plus 0.69 at tier 10. Wow. Okay.
You'd expect that, though, wouldn't you?
I don't know. Not really. I mean, most. Let's see what the heavies do. Do any of the heavies really have that? I'm not letting you guys see what I'm doing here. Hold on, let me show you this. What I'm talking about is a win rate differential. Generally at tier 10, it's mostly red, which means that usually people are playing below their win rate.
Yeah.
Not the good players, but when you put them all together, that's what the stat ends up looking like. So if you see something with a plus at tier 10, that's usually a pretty good tank / good players potentially. Could be a unique tank like the 72 early, who was both a good tank and good players. So there's several different levels to it. But generally what you see is red, like that. Yeah. So if we go back to the triangles and you start talking about a tech tree at tier 10, even with that, now that's, 0.69 is not crazy, but still, it's got a positive. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That indicates that it's a fairly decent tank overall.
Yeah.
But here's the Blizzkika. So we got that guy. What else am I working on? I'm working on the BZ176, sitting at 62 on that thing. This thing's ridiculous.
I thought you would be.
Yeah, this thing's silly.
It is silly, isn't it? But it's fun anyway, because sometimes you just need that sort of win, don't you?
Yeah, you can just go in there and just do stupid things with it. Yeah. It's, although my armor use efficiency has come down, it's still sitting at 0.85, which is insane for a tier 8. Yeah, good tank. So the DPM or DPG is only at 1986, which isn't amazing. But then you bring in the 0.85 armor use, which means I'm surviving a lot of hits, right? So and then my survival rate is 56%. So those three things together equals a higher win rate, because what that means generally is you're at the end of the game.
Yes.
And you have an opportunity to make a difference.
Exactly. Yeah. And you've got all those near deads which you've taken out anyway.
Yeah. So. Equals OP, Wayne. Exactly right. So it's just, these are hard to kill, is what that means. And 1900 is a decent DPM. Not great, but pretty good.
I remember when things like the tier 10 British TD, can't remember what it's called now, not the turtle, the other thing, tortoise. I remember them when that was back in the day. That was the same thing. You could just roll through the map.
Yeah.
It was like it was a proper assault TD, and you could just nobody really understood where to pen it, and you just, as long as you didn't get on the side or on the rear.
Yeah.
You could just roll through the map and get to the end of the game and just sit there taking tanks out left.
Until they figure out how to deal with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So Concept 5, and that's kind of it. There's a couple others in there I've set aside because I'm waiting for Battle Pass, which we'll get to that, but we're getting to the end of Battle Pass already, for goodness sake.
June, whatever it is. June 4th, 5th?
4th, yeah.
Like
Crazy.
4th, yeah.
And that's it. Tank Fest is still a go. We were chatting about that, so that's coming up at the end. Also, I guess a Kino Tank weekend's coming up too. That's later on in the summer.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Well, that's in Canada, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in Canada.
I guess Goose. Canada. Goose will probably go to that, I would imagine.
That's in the northern U.S. United States.
You've just offended a third of the population of America now.
Sorry, Canada. You know it's true. And that's it. Next stream. Boy, I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow. Okay. Otherwise, I'll just have to try to find a time, because tomorrow's Memorial Day, and that's my day off that week. So we'll see. Torch's harder to pin now than it was. It is? How come?
Because you've got the soft cheeks either side of the, the softer cheeks.
Some stuff will go right through the side cheeks of it.
Yeah.
To Europeans, Canada is like America's slightly challenged little brother, while Mexico is its insane cousin.
That's a bit about right, yeah.
Yep. All right, and that's it. Anything else for channel news, Pilgrim?
Not really. I just want to throw in there because Big Fosher has just Big Fosher has just reminded me. I watched Quinn yesterday on a game, and he was in a platoon of Foch, 3 Foch, sat there in a platoon, and you cannot imagine how that battle went, can you?
They just crushed
everything. They got absolutely murdered.
Did they?
No, yeah. I couldn't believe it. I watched Quinn and I said, oh, he's going to wipe the floor. This platoon is going to kill everything and just roll off the map. Nope, they got absolutely mullered. Artillery focused them. Everybody knew about the shoot the little bar at the top.
Yeah,
yeah, completely and utterly mullered. I think it was one of the games where Quinn didn't get past double figures on damage.
They lost every hit point to a 3x3 spot on the top of their tank.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, that was just a tangent.
Got an interesting thing about that actually. Later, we'll get to it. It's not for our Watt, but for Watt RU, they're doing something interesting regarding that for a particular tank. We'll get to that in just a bit. All right, time to shill, my friend. Let's shill it.
Let's shill it.
Let's shill, dudes. It's coming fast and furious. I don't know if we're maintaining the speed of this, because we've mentioned this probably for a year now, or maybe we accelerated a little bit more. But there are three things going on right now in terms of tie-ins and events. So let's take a look at that, because it's kind of crazy. Well, first of all, Panzer Children are still here.
Oh, they just, yes.
Yep.
Well, yes, and they want money for special things you can buy.
Well, I would say, Diablo, you get a bunch of good players in Foch Bs, stuff probably melts pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Unless you're in Quinn's platoon yesterday.
So we have Panzer Children.
Yeah.
The CC, I don't know what they call them, packs, special packs.
Yeah, special packs or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Skill has 2. Skill has 2 packs.
Oh, he's very greedy.
Yeah,
Creator
2 packs.
Specials, they're called. Creator Specials.
Sircon. Awesome Epic guys who apparently were doing a actual hot tub stream yesterday.
What? Really?
Yeah. Yep. When I looked for someone to raid, it was World of Tanks title, and they were sitting around in a hot tub or something. I don't know. Saigan, Daki, Dez, New Multi. I don't even know. I don't know if I've ever seen this person stream. Is this an RU person? I don't know. Borzenel.
I play RU.
Mayland. Quickie Baby. Talk to Me Goose. I think some of these guys stream at times that I don't really. Yeah, if you're going to buy one, buy gooses, man. Send some love gooses away. All right, Chieftain P is up. The LT432. If you want a BTSV and you want to spend a lot of money, this thing is always sold in insane packs.
Yeah.
3.6 damage in 10 seconds. Very nice. Yeah, put it on Discord there. If you join the Discord, there's a place for posting games, and sometimes I'll use those for content.
There you go.
Lorraine's. Go ahead.
There, mate.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry.
Major Tom likes the Chieftain P.
I like the
says
Chieftain
get
P
it
to some extent. I mean, it's a chieftain type play, isn't it? You've got to be, you've got to be hauled down virtually the whole game.
I think I did.
It's not bad.
I believe I finished that one already. Yeah, horribly. Oh yeah. 100 battles and a 43% win rate.
You just don't know how to play it, do you?
I don't.
That's the problem.
Well, clearly.
That's the problem.
That's very obvious at 43% 100 battles. I have no idea how to play this. Yeah, that was. I remember that. There was a couple weeks there where I was finishing 3 or 4 tanks all below 50%. That was rough.
Yeah, you had a bit of a should we say a data breach?
Yeah, there was a slump. There was a slump.
Yeah,
it was not good.
Slump.
I may have to go back to some of those and try to drag them up above 50%.
Is that? I mean, even though you've done the 100 battles on them, you're quite happy to go back and do that. Is that one of your aims? Everything above 50%?
That's a far off goal that I would have to finish the 100 battle challenge first to do. So it's probably never happening. Because they keep releasing content, right? Every time they release content, I go backwards 100 battles. So exactly. I think the whole 100 battle challenge is a fool's errand. But okay. I'm that fool.
Well, yes.
I am that fool.
Even a fool has to have a target to reach.
Even if it's a foolish target?
Even if it's a foolish target,
yeah.
Everybody has to have one, don't they?
Man, if you're going to be stupid, you might as well have a stupid goal. You know? Honestly, the other thing about the 100 Battle Challenge for me is it forces me to play other weird tanks that I may have not otherwise played.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean,
that is a good point.
I do enjoy that, trying to figure out how to make some of these crummy tanks work. But in the case of the Chieftain P, which arguably is a decent tank, I did not make it work. All right.
I guess it's not as good as the Chieftain variants that we you know what I mean, like the 7-1 or the dare I say it, the 95. So I guess it's just a little bit behind those. Yeah, Monkey's got it right. It is for very patient players, which I ain't one of them, and I don't think you are either.
No, I fail in that. There's a $141 Lorraine though. Wow.
Really? Good grief.
What on earth are you getting with this?
What?
8,000 gold, 3,200 silver for some reason, and 30 days of premium for $141. A style and some credit things. Lots of credit things, actually. That's a number of credit things. 30.
Where's that? Vehicles?
I wonder if these are permanent or the ones that time out.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I wonder what it will say if they're selling the ones that will time out. I bet they don't sell the ones that time out. Those are probably only for rewards, I would imagine.
You would hope, because otherwise that's a very slippery road that is going down.
They may have even said something like that, I believe. I can't remember, but they may have. All right, what else we got going on sales-wise? That's pretty much it, fellas. We got this M4Y, IS2, STG, all that kind of stuff.
Standard, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, there was the third feature. So, Panzer Children.
Yeah.
Creator packs, and the Warhammer thing is back again. So if you need the KV2 or even this Mordain style for the BDR G1B, it's back again too, as well as some character. You can get some crew members.
But and I've got a coupon which I don't know how I got. I spoke to you this morning about it. It's now appeared in the shop. I've got a coupon for 10% off that. It must be that vehicle, I guess.
Probably any of the packs. Yep, I have it as well.
I'll go to it now and I'll tell you that my coupons. You can click the bottom. It takes you to the to what you can.
Yeah, it says for the Warhammer 40,000 packs, the coupon can be used in the payment window. Yeah, so
this is World of Warships coupon. Why have I got a World of Warships coupon? I don't play it.
I get those in there too because it's kind of a unified thing. Yeah.
Crikey! I was all excited for a minute then. Oh well.
Yeah, so there's 10% more off, I guess, of some of these packages. Although I don't know if it applies to this one. Hold on.
Zemke's trying to say coupon. I'll teach you the King's English.
Per Wargaming standard, my friends, the coupon is not usable on the ones that are already discounted in the store. So the coupon, is only usable that it would appear on just the KV2. Well, that's actually got some other doodads in it. But see how it doesn't already have a percentage off? These two it does not apply to, the 15 and 25%, or it will apply to this one, or the characters, which are not discounted. So you don't get to have a discount on a discount.
No, well, that's fair enough. I mean, nobody would ever give that sort of thing away, would they?
No.
You know what I mean? Right, Fosh has got it into Discord.
All right.
It's 53-second replay.
53-second, okay. All right, let me sort that out in the break, man. I'll have to take a look at it. All right.
So not an awful lot, although, yeah, there's the 3 featured things, girls and children and panzers and...
Oh, I forgot Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is still going on because that's the Battle Pass.
Yeah.
4. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Warhammer 40K. Panzer Children. And Creator Packs.
Yeah.
Holy crud.
I know, aren't we lucky? Or not.
Diablo, the wiggle in the video against the E4 was 100% on purpose. There you go. Good. Good. It didn't matter because I was going to pretend it was anyway, but that's good to know.
Oh, I watched that, yeah, and I think we all agreed that it was on purpose, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the number of reserves is lit up, some of those expire. Speaking of that, do I have any ones that expire? How would you know?
See, it's such a slippery road when you start to have that sort of stuff put into the game.
Well,
because that you know, if you start paying for that sort of stuff, then it becomes a little bit contentious, doesn't it? Because you're forced to use everything before you know. I know we pay for premium time, and that expires irrespective if you play the game or not. But I do feel that's a slippery slope if they start providing stuff that has a time limit on it.
Yeah, it does say it here when you highlight it. If you look down, it says 45 non-expirable reserves. So my assumption is if you have the expirable ones, it will break it down how many of those are expirable.
Oh, okay. At least you know then. Okay.
Yeah.
But I guess you could say that if, for example, we buy premium time, and that is an expiring thing that expires irrespective of opening the game up, then it's not a huge stretch for Wargaming to go, well, why can't we do that with other stuff?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because people have accepted that they buy premium time, and it's not forever.
Yeah.
It'll go, you know, even if you play it or not. And I guess the step over from that to buying consumables that expire isn't a million miles away, is it?
I don't know how much that will affect anything, to be honest. For me, clearly not, because I have such a stack that I probably won't get through. And I know some of you guys have well more than even I have stacked up, because I just turn them on when I play. Even if I play a game, I'll turn them on. I don't care. I just use them, and I still can't get through them. But I don't know if you're a newer player or someone who doesn't have the same amount of resources as you and I and a lot of the guys watching. I don't know if maybe that's going to be a problem or not. And I don't know how long they last. Is it a year? A month? Does anybody know? I have no idea. Has not been giving away 50% credit boosters. Those are always harder to come by, Kedge. I always have less of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
7 days.
Chubby Panda said there, it shows you how many days left and how many are expiring. Yeah.
I don't have any, so have they given away the expirable ones yet? I'm surprised I haven't won any, to be honest. I don't know. All right.
I mean, to be fair, Guido, on my EU account, which is free to play, they are a great boost for me because it'll maximise my credits.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it really does maximise my credits.
Yeah.
So I quite enjoy having them, and I'll click them every time I play the EU account. As you say, even if it's only for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, three games.
If you're free to play, they're like gold.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, they are. They are indeed. They are.
Yep. Fosher, yes, I thought I posted. Didn't I already post that one now? Or is that next week? I thought I already posted that.
The IS-7 game. I seem to remember an IS-7 game. Yeah. Wasn't
it in Ghost Town, right? Didn't I do that?
Yeah, I'll check it out now.
I thought I posted it already. No, it's coming up next week. I did have a chance. It's coming up. It's already rendered. It's coming up next week. All right. Yeah, I hadn't posted it yet. I think it's on Wednesday. So yeah, there's no. By the way, that flag is sellable, fellas. So if you did the Memorial Day and you don't want to festoon your tanks with flags, like I don't want to, those are sellable.
Yeah.
This Dawn over Nankonga is not sellable. All right. So you have 5, but they're lumped in with the normal ones. I assume they get used first. That's my assumption, Grendel. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Unless there's some way to choose. But yes, I would believe if they're the same kind, they would get used first. And that's fair. Easy. That's easy. All right, missions-wise, I guess I was just there, but we've got the Memorial Day thing. I've already finished it. Played yesterday streaming. It doesn't take much to do. I mean, it's pretty easy. 5 times in the top 10. Do we have to have a win with this? Win, yes. And a win. And then this is 5,000 damage and play a game after all that, and it looks like you get a 2D style, so that's okay. We have Battle Pass until the 4th, fellas, so it's close. We're almost done.
Yeah.
That's next Tuesday. This Battle Pass will be done. So remember a couple things with that. Number 1, we go to Battle Pass. Remember that your items for points, you have to, first of all, you have to do every one of the chapters. If you do all the chapters, then you can use your points. You have to use your points for this, whatever it is, season.
Yeah.
Because they don't hold over. Your tokens will hold over, so you don't have to use your tokens. You do need to use your tokens to buy your piece of bounty equipment, because that will go away it'll reset to the next season or whatever it is. So make sure, and it's down here, I've already done mine, make sure you buy your piece of bounty equipment for 3 tokens.
Yeah.
That may be modified slightly for you depending on how much you play and how many tokens you have and whether you're trying to save up for one of the tanks. That I don't know that, but if you're planning on always doing all of them, kind of like I am, or sliding the slider with your gold, make sure you buy your bounty equipment. I think that's everything.
I'll be doing that. I'll be sliding the slider, I think,
Yeah.
because I am close to finishing the 2nd chapter, but I'll not get the 3rd chapter done in time, so I'll probably end up the day before sliding it over just to get the 3rd chapter done.
Yeah, just to get it all done.
Done. Yeah.
All right, so that's that. That's the 4th, and then we're gonna have the is it Overlord or D-Day celebration or whatever it is, the 80th anniversary, I think, of D-Day, that event, which will be coincided with the next Battle Pass, which is going to have Tier 6 reward tanks instead of crew members or 3D styles at the end of each chapter. So that's coming up. What else?
Well, you've got
trade-ins going on.
Yeah, I was going to say you've got trade-ins, which started some, and then you've got the general blurb in news about discover the new achievement system in World of Tanks.
Oh God, yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Back stuff.
That's subjects du jour. For your trade-in, it's in the store. Click here, and then you can do your trade-in. Standard act. Trade a tank in, get less than you paid for it, and get a discount on another tank. It's a great deal for wargaming.
Yeah, yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
It's a money maker.
Ooh, let's see what my random gift is.
Oh, yeah. Haven't checked that one out today either.
1 million credits. That's awesome.
No, you didn't.
three grin decals. Actually, one of the few decals I use on the Manticore, the big cheesy.
No, of course you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I got my British teeth on the Manticore.
That's the one. Well,
there
actually,
it is.
They're more American, aren't they? Because they look okay. Whereas if they were British, there'd be gaps. Some would be black, and then some would be like filled in with algumum or something.
Chakacore. All right. I think that's it for missions and specials, man. You got anything else on that?
No, I think we covered that.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll take a slightly early break. We've been out about 51 minutes. I'm going to go make a new coffee. I'm going to take a look at the 50B thing, see if I can get that sorted out. And we'll be back in 5.
Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido is his name, tanking spoke in a tongue with strange dialect. He offered his help to the mighty Guido to bring some laughter to his love of speedos. To the coffee talk they both came, to bring the message of winning ways to all and sundry and the masses. Yes, that's right, lads and lasses. The damage counts and flexing back will keep you on the right track. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. So in what, if you want to progress, then seek out Guido nonetheless. With his sidekick Pilgrim, he has a message that to win you must be aggressive. The position and place that you must seek, for the winners only, not the weak. The guru speaks, so listen well. His voice rings out like the Liberty Bell to bring you all to Unicom land, or to die hard trying in the sand. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. To the swamplands came the mountain man to teach his wisdom and pay his due. A man with a name only known to a few. To his followers his words are true. Guido is the man, big and gruff. He used to fly jets, but now he does the tanking stuff. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. The mountains are home where he watches the moose and hummingbirds aplenty. But he saw the need for the Watt community to have a guru and lead them gently. Down the road to Unicom land will die, trying hard in the sand. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. So we broadcast his message far and wide, using YouTube, Twitch and various means, to lead you to the promised land of WR. Win 8 and damage counts. That a mortal man is only stuff of dreams. Win your flank and then go back, was his mantra for the pack, to which they shouted, yes, bossman, that we will. Win our flank and then flex back. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. Guido is his name, tanking is his game. Guido. spoke in a tongue with strange dialect. He offered his help to the mighty Guido to bring some laughter to his love of speedos, to the coffee.
All right, we are back for subjects du jour and more Helldivers. Just kidding. Can you trade any of the tanks you can get with Battle Pass tokens? I don't think so. I don't think so. Lee Fan, what's happening? Getting some good, definitely getting some good content from you guys. A couple of you guys sending some things with like crazy scouting games and not in scouts. I guess assist games you might call them. So I'll be digging through those to try to get them. The new patch is probably gonna break them again, but I'll keep trying to get as many of those as I can out. So I do appreciate it. Getting interesting, good content from you guys makes my job really easy. So I do appreciate it. And you guys have sent me in some good ones for sure. All right, cool. Subjects du jour. What do we got? Ooh, everybody ready for the new achievement system?
Can't wait. Can't wait. Just so I can see how badly I'm doing. Thank you, Wargaming.
Well, first things first, my friends. They did already update, and it only took them a year, so kudos to that. Apparently, now on the website, your information here is, they've got it set up the same. So you can see the very important awards that I've chosen. Remember we went through that last week on the very important awards? But here's a weird thing. I looked at this and I went, that doesn't look like my numbers. So then I went to my actual service record. So I don't know when there's some battles missing. There's something they don't put on, and I don't know why. So for example, 102,248 battles. So that shows 102,248 for a 57.91% win rate.
Yeah.
This shows 58.02% win rate with 102,101 battles, a difference of only 148 battles, 147 battles, but a significant difference in the win rate, especially at that number of battles. But the very same WTR rating. Vehicles destroyed is the same. No. Nope, vehicles destroyed is extremely different. By almost 1,000.
How are you switching between the two then?
Well, one's on the web page. This is the website.
Oh, yeah.
And that's in-game.
Yeah. Yeah, the web page side, for me, makes me a far better player than the UI. So I always look at the web page.
It makes me worse, so I'm going to look at the UI.
No, it makes me so much better. I'm like, oh, look at that.
Oh, shit. Fosher, I forgot, man. Hold on. The problem is I have to take everything down to do that. So just remind me a little bit. I'll try to do that. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what the difference is. No idea. Put the Goose Award in the middle. Is it hurting my brain? Oh, you don't like the off center thing? That's part of the genius of my plan. Actually, I think if you didn't like it, it probably needs to be on the end, because this is also a large one. So this probably needs to be over here. But you know what? Because I am that,
as it is.
I know, because I am that contrary, now that I know it's annoying people, I'm leaving it. Leaving it.
So I'm just gonna go back to the website and check out my stats on the website, because I like to feel good about myself.
I don't know what the difference is. It's very strange.
So
I don't know. It's very odd. I'm missing a lot of kills. It's strange that the battles are only off. Oh, I'm an idiot. The battles are off by 1,000. Never mind.
Not 100, 1,000.
Yeah, by 1,100. Sorry, that was They're off by 1,100, as are the vehicles destroyed. So I think there's a mode potentially that isn't counted on the website that's taken into account on the client. There must be a mode in there somewhere that I played.
Quite possibly, yeah. It must be, mustn't it? I can't think of any
like,
reason, really.
I don't know what would have been a 1,000 game mode I would have played.
Where's your? I can't find the website link. Really.
Go to the website and then go to the top right where you're logged in.
Oh yeah.
Do the drop down and click World of Tanks.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah. So I'll give you my comparison then. It actually says I've done 1,200 battles less than I have on the game. And it's got me above 5,000 on the World of Tanks rating, whereas I'm only 4,741 in the game. So it's made me a lot better.
So that's interesting that you're also 1,000 off.
Yeah. I wonder what that is. I wonder what mode that would be.
Don't know.
Don't know.
Anywho's, there you go. So they did that, and then there's the new system that they're actually talking about, fellas. And it's nothing to get up in arms about. I just don't understand what the point of it is, I guess. And they're making a big deal of it. Here it is. Here's the article. We're gonna have a total vehicle count. You're gonna have a new dog tag that shows how many vehicles you have. You'll get achievements for collecting vehicle types. Okay, great. Am I just getting a little doodad, or do I actually get something for that? Am I gonna get some credits or a little bit of gold or a piece of equipment or something? No. Animated dog tags.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know, fellas.
I don't know. I mean, you know, it's just another collection of stuff that sits around somewhere that you have to click to go and look at, and really, do you want to?
Again, I don't see the point of it. There it is. That's what it looks like. I mean, people will be like, all right, Guido, the point is that it's something in the game you can look at. You can track how many things you've done. You can go, oh, I got that trophy, all that stuff. And I get that to some extent, but those are not, people ignore those.
Very few people actively search that stuff out, do they?
Right.
Do they?
Right.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really gotten to a game and did any kind of prioritization on medals like that didn't actually give me some kind of other reward in game.
Yeah. No, that was going to say, if you,
right.
You know, if you get like credits or something off it, then fine. You know what I mean?
But there you go. This is part of the new patch, is this award system. You're also going to get awards for having some of the rarer tanks, such as the Chieftain. They put 3 examples in here, but yeah, examples. So
yeah.
Assembly shop vehicles, clan tanks, and randomly the 59G. Anyway, there you go.
That's how it works.
It's gonna be so awesome when they do that. Here's something that I knew was around. I looked into it a little bit, but didn't really dig deeply. I might actually do this because it's kind of interesting. I'm trying to find, where the hell did it go? It must be further back. Wargaming teamed up with VoiceMod. Where the hell did it go? Oh, here it is. So if you go to this article, and you can download VoiceMod. This is a World of Tanks mod for VoiceMod. But VoiceMod is free, but you don't get very many voices. Then you can pay them for the premium version. You can do, if like I do, where I make videos, you can put your voice through a synthesizer VoiceMod thing, and it will come out like a robot. They have all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
So when you have those videos where people are using the weird robot voices or things like that, this is the kind of software, the kind of app that they're using. This is one of them. There are many out there, but this one is mine, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've partnered up and done a World of Tanks one. You can hear some of the sounds right here. So I think it mods your game, I guess.
Oh, does it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't be server mod, would it?
Yeah. So VoiceMod Pro account, I guess that's the big. What do they want for that? How to purchase VoiceMod Pro. Where's the price? It's not going to tell you.
Monaco GP's just started. I didn't realise.
Really?
I stopped following Formula One some years back. I used to love it, but I personally feel it's too one-sided now. There's only going to be one or two teams in it.
I guess they don't put the price on that because when it comes up in the app, it will tell you what the current price du jour is.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, do you know what I would love a mod where you could just select any voice for your commander.
Yeah.
You know, any known voice instead of, and I probably would pay for it actually, so I could have people, you know, like crazy people in the tank. You know what I mean? You know, people, you know
crazy.
What I mean? Just crazy sounding.
Just absolute psychos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be fun, wouldn't it? You know, choose your own voice commander. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to have, you know, like Goose in artillery. That would be good. Have Goose's voice in artillery alone.
Oh, this bundle includes 16 sounds. That's it. And it's $8. $8 for 16 sounds. 50 cents a sound.
That's a lot. Well, it's a lot given a package. If you had a package of 100 sounds.
And has anybody done this? Does it download it to your mod folder? Which means
does it be mod like?
Does it break every time they put out a new patch?
I was going to say, is it going to be? You know, do you have to?
Oh, here's how to install. Of course. Okay, so install. Locate the installer. All right, so it's going to install its own software. Great. Afterward, double-click. Prompt on VoiceMod changes your device. Once you've done the next one, you have to agree. Yep. After you create a shortcut to your desktop, and then you'll see the last step. Install. Well, that doesn't. What? Does that mean another piece of software has to be running while you're playing tanks to get the voices?
So it's like it's not even a mod downloaded into the mod folder. It's a voiceover from a separate.
Like, I don't know. Does that mean it has to take the voices and put it through that software that has to be running? Yeah. No, thank you.
No, it's a bit geeky, junky, too much to do, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Diablo doesn't have any commanders with voices. He just has mutes. He has mutes in his tank.
Yeah, that's weird. So there's the two things. There's the soundboard sounds, where if you're a creator and you're making a video, then your voice will be changed. Then there's the voices of the tank commanders being changed.
Yeah.
Must be separate since it works in Discord as well. Okay, there you go. I guess it knows. It knows it. I guess you can set it up. There's probably options and tell it to do it for World of Tanks. But that sounds like then that piece of software has to be running as well.
It also sounds quite intrusive, doesn't it? Sitting on your computer, that sort of stuff. To be honest.
Yeah. No thanks on that one. But anyway, that's you can do that if you want. What else we got going on? Subjects du jour. Common Test 3 is up. Let's take a quick look at that.
You can wait.
I don't know. It only has 16 sounds, so I don't know how it works, to be honest. Let's see. Where's Common Test 3? Here it is. What has changed? Interesting, fellas. So remember the Churchill thing with the new Crocodile Churchill and the ARL tank, that these are Tech Tree tanks are going to turn into premiums or have a premium version, and then that's what you're going to get as part of the next battle pass for the Overlord 80th anniversary thing.
Right. Yeah.
They've increased the hit points of those two tanks. So instead of put the armor back on, because little pieces of spaced armor, which are basically pieces of tracks, they've increased the hit points by 50 on the Crocodile and 30 on the ARL.
But does that compensate for the technically nerfing I suppose it does, doesn't it?
I guess. Yeah. I mean, it's a buff. It's a buff of. It's a slight nerf on armor in those places, and then a buff on hit points.
On hit points, yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah. I don't know why they had to change it in the first place. Just
Me either.
Done as they've done. You know.
I think.
You know.
I think really at the end of the day, the hit points is a more global buff.
Oh, yeah.
Because it doesn't matter where you get hit, you still have the extra hit points.
Yeah, yeah.
The pieces of armor were relatively small spots.
Yeah.
Useful if people try to shoot there, but relatively small.
Yeah.
So there you go. And the Char Day Transition, which is the ARL version, so it got a buff as well. So we got that. All right, let's go over here, see what we got. Here is the thing I was talking about, the interesting thing. Now remember, this is RU. What RU? Yeah. But they are going to turn this section of the Super Conqueror's rangefinder into a hitbox.
Really?
Yeah. So remember the hatch. The hatch is the hitbox here. That's the weak spot-ish. Hitting on this vision bar didn't matter. Apparently, they're talking about turning that into 230 millimeters of armor, and then you can take every hit point the Super Conqueror has by shooting it in the bar like you would on a Foch.
That's just made the Super Conqueror non-existent, then, hasn't it? It's no longer a Super Conqueror. It's not even a Conqueror. It's a conk.
It's a conquered.
It's a conquered.
Just added an ED to the end of it.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
Could do what they like.
And they're going to increase the reload time. Didn't even notice that. Excuse me. All right. This is a lot of RU stuff. Here's the achievement system again. I wanted to come down here because there's more RU stuff. The FV-205B Alligator. American tank. Not even worth looking at because it's all RU stuff. All right, Super Test changes to the Oyster Bay map. Now this is the middle, and I don't see a huge. They're putting in a pillbox here, which I think is going to give you a little more cover on the side as you're trying to push over here. This is very difficult to push because you can get shot in the side from everybody. Yeah. They've added a little bit of stuff potentially in there. Check this out. Now again, this is Super Test, so who knows? You can't see it very well. I'll show you another picture, but look at this cutout right here.
Oh yeah.
And I think there might even be a rock, it looks like. I don't know if that's a low spot or a rock. The other picture might show it better. This is not a huge change. You can see the cutout there. So I think the attempt here is to make it pushable or more pushable than it was.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. Do you think it's a tunnel or an alcove? I thought it might be
from the picture, can you really?
That looks like an alcove. I don't think it's an actual tunnel. It's a cave for sure. I don't see a hole there. But maybe it's there. I just can't see it. But I don't think that's a hole.
Yeah, that would be interesting if it was. Oh, it's on the notes. Leaf said.
Read the note. I don't see a note. Is it up here? Upper sub design, number of protected positions, central friendly as before, sheltered zone midway. The upper and central directions have been linked. Oh, it's on the other side. So the alcove's on the south side, the tunnel's on the north side. Did they even show that? Before, after. That means there. Oh, so there's a. You can see it right there, just barely. Looks like there's a hole coming through there. Did they show it from the other angle?
I'm not sure.
There it is. No,
that's I'm not sure what bet. Well.
There it is. It's hard to see. It's right there. Yeah, it's right there.
If that's not a populated area, maybe using that tunnel is useful. It's a bit like the Front Lines tunnel, where you can cross from one section of the map to the other section of the map.
That's going to be kind of a camera nightmare.
Yeah, and on top of that, if you're caught in there, you're just about dead. You're not getting out of there. So unless you get there early and then use it to whatever advantage you want to use it to, or it's end game to cross through quickly, I wouldn't see battling out in the tunnels be that much fun.
Should have made it a big opening.
Yeah.
So that's there, and then they've redesigned the sniper positions a little bit. I think it looks like they're trying to nerf them slightly, make it a little more difficult, because these can be absolutely brutal. It's hard to move around over here in the south without getting crushed.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, exactly.
They did the same thing on the other side. This one had that nice bush area right there. Now it's just, look at this, it's gone more or less.
Yeah, it's gone, isn't it?
Hold down maybe right there, possibly, but
there was one or two spots there that you could actually, as long as you hadn't pushed too far forward, I think one or two spots that you could use, rocked areas you could use against the TDs, but generally you couldn't cross anywhere there.
Yeah.
Without TDs taking lumps out of you all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, if you were if you were a light or a stealthy medium, you could get out there, but you were gonna have a hard time getting out of there.
Yeah, getting back was a nightmare.
If your team won and gave you side shots and stuff, that'd be great. But if you decided you wanted to repo from here, good luck.
Yeah.
If anyone was looking at you, you were gonna have trouble. So that got that going on. Again, super test. Yeah, Grendel, that's what I'm thinking. Try to get in there. Yeah, the map's garbage anyway. I don't know if this is gonna fix it, to be honest. I've had more luck on it lately, especially up here in the north. If you get a good push in the north, it's actually pretty easy to push into the other team.
Yes.
It's pretty, there's enough cover and ways to leapfrog forward that you can give either side trouble if you have a coordinated, everybody goes for it push.
Yeah.
Now, if they send...
the valley, isn't it?
Yeah. If they send a significant amount, you can get shredded. But if you have an overmatch in the north, you can push the north pretty easily. Yeah. Uploaded it to Reddit? Okay. So XM57, these are just some tanks. This is the rocket tank, the Chinese medium rocket tank, the DZT-159. They're still working on that. Here's the player profile thing. That's a new branch, has nothing to do with us. I think that's more or less it. So what's the rock? Here's the stats for the rocket. Did we have this last time? I don't remember.
I can't remember. No, I don't think we did.
So it's 5 seconds, 4 seconds between. Only a 5-second rocket.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm reading? 7 charges for 5 seconds, as opposed because they're 10 seconds, aren't they, for the heavies?
Yeah, I think they're 10 seconds. Certainly more than 5, anyway.
But there's 7 of them, and it's already doing. What's its speed anyway? It's already doing 40, which is not super fast. It's not very fast for a medium, but
no, but that's going to take it. You're going to get to your medium sniping spot very quickly, aren't you?
So this is an attempt to try to balance the stupid rockets, because as you recall, let's see, my BZ. The BZ is probably the slowest of all of them. It does 35.
Oh, okay, all right then.
The 166 does.
That feels a lot faster. Feels a lot faster than 35.
Where's the mobility? The tier 8 tech tree does 30. This is slower than the BZ-176? I did not realize that. No way, did I read that wrong? I had to read that wrong. Hold on. I got a turbo on it. I forgot, I got a turbo on it.
Okay.
So its base is... Where's the stupid mobile? Where is it? Oh, I guess it's difficult. Top speed with... Alright, there we go. It's a +5, so it's 30. So it does 30 base.
Yeah, yeah.
What about the... What's the tier 10 do? BZ-75, it does... So they all look like they're 30, basically. Are they all 30? I think they're all about the same speed. They're all about 30 base.
Yeah.
So the medium's doing 40.
See, now, I've got... See, I don't get that because I've got top speed with boosters on the heavy as 52 miles an hour.
With the booster.
With the booster.
I was talking base speed, not the rocket speed.
Oh, okay.
So I was curious what the base speeds were. So it looks like all the heavies are 30 more or less. And it looks like this medium is starting at 40. So the problem is you put the rocket for 10 seconds and it already starts at 40 and it boosts it to... Yeah. So what they did... they did is they nuked... they nuked the amount of time you boost and then gave you a few more boosts.
I'll give you 7. I mean, you normally get 3 or 4, isn't it? So, yeah, they give you 7. Why not? Why not get 7?
Yeah, if you give it a turbo and all that, then the base is faster. You can do the same thing though, I guess, with this medium. You put this medium, you give it what? Turbo.
Yeah.
What else boosts speed?
Yeah.
I guess you give it gas on it, but nobody really does gas. That's interesting, because a medium with rockets is a different problem, especially if it's moving faster. Does 440 alpha, of course. Is this a tier 9? I think it is. Yeah, tier 9. 263.10, 11-second reload. What's the accuracy? 0.38, not great. Relatively long aim time. Turret's at 270. That's a pretty good turret for a medium.
Yeah.
Historical information. Yeah, in fact, 7 shorter rockets is potentially much more useful than a 10-second rocket.
Yeah, absolutely, because to be fair, when you've got a 10-second one, most of that 10 seconds is wasted, because when you hit the booster, you boosted it to do a specific thing.
I mean,
to a location, and you've still got your boosters running.
Well, initially in positioning, you like the 10 seconds because you're trying to travel long distances. If you're trying to go across a large open area, 10 seconds is pretty good. But like you said, there are situations later in the game where you just need to get across a short area, and you only need 5 seconds. You don't need the whole 10. Then you're fighting against the rocket, trying to not go too far. Yeah,
because it also makes it harder to maneuver when you've got your rockets going.
Yeah. As relations between the USSR and the PRC deteriorated at the end of 1959, we realized the risk of being left without Soviet technical assistance, yada yada, has decided to develop an alternative medium tank based on the proven Type 59. Okay. That's a bit of a stretch, but alrighty. So we got that thing, and then we have the XM57, which is a premium tier 8. What do we got going on with this thing? 630 alpha.
No.
Zoinks!
No way. No, it can't be right. Can't be right, surely.
Because there are no hard-hitting tier 8 American TDs in the vein of the ISU or the Czech or whatever. They're all like 400 alpha tanks, I believe. You don't get the 750 big stick until you get to the T30 or T95.
So this is a tier 8 600 and what?
It's 30. Kind of a tweener, not quite the 750 800 alpha of some of the newer ones, but not down there in the 400s like the other Americans.
What's its reload? Can
Long,
you
15 seconds. Okay. But 2400 DPM is not bad for that big of a gun, to be honest. What's the pen? 273.15. That's usable.
Yeah.
Turret traverse. Okay, so it's a 25 degrees, 25.03 to be. No, that's the speed. Never mind. What is the turret? It looks to me like it doesn't have a full turret, right? It's got one of these half turrets.
Yeah. It's
sort of a super HTC kind of idea, maybe, or Excalibur idea kind of thing.
Yeah.
What's the pen? Oh, we see the pen. What's its speed? It's slow. 24. Slow.
I don't know why they do that. They do it with the T95. They do it with the T28. Why create such a slow TD?
Look at its armor.
Give it a big hitting gun like that for a tier 8.
Look at its turret armor. 305. Woo! But hard to tell. It's got some weird angles and stuff on it. But that's 305 is a lot. I wonder if that's soft right there, right behind it, though.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see the hitbox on that as well.
Yeah. guess this part's probably the 300. Then I don't know what this is back here. Yeah, this is a tier 8. Yeah. It's a tier 8, Wayne.
Yeah.
We actually saw the a picture of the Polish TD tier 8 last week. It's further down on this webpage, but it's here.
That's right, we did, yes, that's right.
What else? That's the voice mod stuff. I think that's pretty much it, trolling through this that I saw that was interesting. RU stuff. That's it, fellas, right there. What else? Subjects du jour. CT3 is up. Kino Tank. That's pretty much it, man. You said you had something to show me, though, so to speak.
I do. We were talking Tankfest earlier on, weren't we? Last week we talked Tankfest. And we were just talking about, you know, obviously we're going to get down there on the Friday. We've got an Airbnb to stay at.
Yeah.
We've got the Saturday, probably meet up with Quinn, Goose, and Damien's and so on, have a bit of a sesh.
Yeah.
And then whether we go on Sunday. But there was a point there where we sort of determined that you would have to be highlighted in some way as being the important guy in the group, really. So what I did was I went and ordered you a T-shirt that you can wear. With the former you on the back.
What's on the back?
Well, it's the former you. It's your avatar before you refined it. So it's that. So I'm getting one sent to me this week which says I'm with the former World of Tanks CC. So I can be important as well. There you go, dude.
They're gonna when I roll up to the Watt place, they're gonna love me.
Yeah, they're gonna go, who are you?
Yeah, they're gonna love that, man. They're gonna absolutely love that. Oh my god. All right, let's see here. Trying to figure out how to get this Fosher. I don't know what is happening here. Sorry, I'm looking at Fosher's gank video.
But there is no pressure for you to wear that T-shirt to take.
Oh, okay.
How it's up to you. But I will be wearing mine, which says I'm with a former Watt CC with an arrow pointing to you.
Copy. Fosher, that's pretty good stuff, man. Let's see here. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna try to bring that up so you can see his shenanigans there. Let me do something here. Let's go. Gotta jump us off Discord. Not off of Discord, but I gotta get into Discord. Find this thing. Anybody got big plans for today? Here we go. Download that. Where did it go?
Zimbo's in the house.
Zimbo. Alright, there it is. Got it.
Oh, we're having, you're having a smoker, aren't you? You're having a cookout, I think you called it, didn't you?
We are.
I've just remembered. Yeah, I've just remembered. We're having a good old steak and chips evening this evening.
Steak and chips, really?
Steak and chips.
Yeah.
A nice. I have a friend, bless him, who shall remain nameless, but his partner, wife, is a colonel in the United States Air Force at a location near me.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that he went shopping to the commissionary for me, but it just so happens I managed to grab a couple of big steaks. Shall we call it?
From requisitioned from points unknown.
Yes, exactly that. And they are bigger than I've ever seen him alive.
Or
They're
perhaps
like the size of my computer screen.
Points unsaid.
Yeah, points unsaid.
Hey, wait a minute.
So yeah, so we're gonna slap 2 steaks on the grill and away we go tonight. So that'd be nice.
All right, here it comes, fellas. Fosher's moving in. He's on Live Oak, or not Live Oak. What's the American one? All right, here we go. We've driven out in front of everybody. He salutes his gun. There goes one of those guys. That guy's eating stuff. He gets nuked. We're eating.
Look at this one.
All right, and nicely done. Nicely done.
Cool.
And then you get out of that game and you go right to the next one.
That's the way to play the post.
And we're done. That's how you auto. What is it? Auto load, fellas.
That's it.
That's how you auto load.
It's quicker to actually auto load that by coming out of the game and starting again with another one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So you start, countdown's done. You drive. Now we are on 3. We're gonna sit there for a second. We're gonna reload or something. I don't know. We zoom on in. I mean, that takes a little while to drive, so it won't go quite this fast because he sped it forward.
Drive there, yeah.
He sped it forward, but we just drive around the corner. We're like, oh hi. Okay, and we shoot this guy. He salutes. He blows up. Shoot him. Everyone else shoots us. We don't need these hit points because we don't have a clip anymore, so we're done. And once the clip is done, now we go back to garage.
Yeah.
Good.
That was fun.
That's efficient. That's right. Clip management. That's efficient. I have 6 shells, 2,000 damage, and back to garage.
And I got a mission done as well. There you go.
And we're done. Excellent, excellent. Smoking a rack of ribs. Zimbo, that sounds delicious. We'll be right over.
Yeah.
We're doing burgers and brats, I think. I have to now. Problem is now, as we're ending near the end of the stream, now I have to actually get up, go out on the 10,000 degree porch and start cleaning.
Yeah. Whereas you would have preferred to have done it maybe late last night as it got a bit cooler, but you were so washed out from the fishing trip that you just couldn't do it.
It's already 83 Fahrenheit here.
Jeepers crikey, alright.
Yeah.
I mean, and we get that about midday here. Wow.
Let's see what the humidity is, man.
I bet it's high.
Ooh, 82 feels like 88 at 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, you're going to need to change your t-shirt way before the smoking, my friend.
And the worst thing is the 10-day is showing 91 on Wednesday.
Crikey.
Yeah. No rain until not tomorrow Monday, but the Monday after forecast.
Yeah, I do feel your pain because very much Hong Kong was like that. Hong Kong was almost 99% humidity for a large period of the year. And then you add on top of that the sort of, I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but 50 degrees centigrade heat.
Yeah, it's getting on to 100, right?
Oppressive, yeah.
Yeah.
Really, yeah, about 100, isn't it? Really oppressive, really oppressive. You didn't have energy. Every time you walked outside the AC, you just turned into a soggy, wet mess, you know. And then, of course, we were doing army shit out there as well. So it's like running around with your Bergen on and stuff. You know what I mean? I never sweated so much in all my life. Crazy. So I do feel your pain, my friend.
Mad dogs and Englishmen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. That's why I left the Panhandle. I know, but the winters, man. I don't get snowed on. I grill all year long. Yesterday, if you're out on the water, it's awesome. Nice little breeze. You can jump into the bay and cool off.
Yeah, that's the advantages. You've got to weigh the pros and cons, haven't you? So.
Yeah, where are you going, O'Brute? I forget. I know you told me Tennessee or something. Or Virginia? I don't remember, man. That's gonna be hard leaving because you got a good steading there in Colorado, my friend. But you got to do what you got to do. Grill all year north of 54 latitude. It's a mindset. I mean, so you clear enough snow out of the way and get to your grill. You can grill anytime you want.
I told you this. I did my Christmas turkey on the barbecue, didn't I, one year in Germany?
Yeah.
We lived in apartments then, so we had a balcony. So I just threw the turkey on the because I had a kettle, you know, the ones with a lid.
Yeah.
So I just threw it on there, and 6 hours later, I unwrapped it, and it just fell off the boat. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
Indiana is humid in the summer, right? Doesn't Indiana get oppressive in the summer also? It's kind of interesting. The Midwest in the U.S. can get very humid. Illinois, Missouri,
So
Indiana.
So even though it's not, is it below the equator? It's not.
No, man, it's like 40 north, 40 or 40,
Yeah,
50 north,
yeah.
something like that.
Isn't that weird the way that works?
Yeah.
Because
I wonder.
if you drew a line round, you wouldn't have that same. You wouldn't have that same weather type system in Europe along that line. To be honest,
I don't
It's
think.
just the states.
I don't think those are appreciably south of you.
No, I was just say they're not that.
Latitude wise, anyway.
Latitude wise.
Oh, you're a little north. You're more Canada. You're more Canada latitude. So
Okay.
those are pretty much further south than you
Yeah,
are.
south of France. Then you guys.
Yeah.
you guys,
And like the northern United States is France.
yeah.
So those places are more Spain latitude,
Yeah.
but it is mitigated a bit by being on the U.S. continent. I wonder if the Great Lakes have a little bit to do with the humidity.
Could well be. Yeah, could well be. A lot of water. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, got to do what you got to do. That's get near the grandkids, man. Especially if you've got the wherewithal to do that. That's awesome.
Well, now, Brute, here's a bit of advice. My son wanted to move house to be closer, and I just went, there is no properties within 10 miles of me that is worth moving into, so you're not going to do that. Because it's great having grandkids close, but not close enough where they can be dropped off every night and every weekend. They have to be a little bit away,
There's definitely something to that. Yeah.
I went round the local area and removed all the for sale signs on the houses. So when he drove through, to have a look at non for sale.
Man, I'll keep an eye out for you. I'll let you know as soon as I see something.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a high value area. People like to live here, so you're never going to get a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, bless.
All right, fellas. Well, that's all the news that's fit to print from this side. Let's go see if we can find somebody to raid potentially, because I got to get out there and get sweating.
Yep, you got a job on, haven't you, my friend? Well, the end result is worthwhile, though. The end result.
Oh yeah. Because in order for me to have a party at my house, I have to work all day getting ready to have a party.
Yeah, yeah, it's the way. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Goose is doing a 24-hour at the moment.
Oh, good. Goose is it then. Yeah, my Frau loves to entertain, so we do a lot of having people over and hanging out on the porch.
But it is work to do, isn't it?
It is. It costs me a day every time. It costs me a day
absolutely.
to put that together. But there you go. Is he done? How far along is he? Is he about to quit? I don't want to jump in there if he's quitting. I mean, we can, but
It's not done. See ya, O'Brew. Thank you for.
He's in the 23rd hour. All right. Well, let's go raid Goose.
Piss off Leeds.
We'll go raid Goose.
Yeah.
Actually, it's talk to the Goose, not just. There he is. All right, guys. Appreciate you coming by. I'm gonna try tomorrow. It's a long shot. I think Goose has a very purple hat on, a bunch of hair or some wig or something. Otherwise, I'll try to get something going on next week. But if not, we'll see you on Sunday. That's all I've got from the left side of the Atlantic.
And it's Pilgrim signing off from the correct side of the Atlantic, sir.
Awesome. You guys have a great one. We're off to see Goose in 3 seconds. 2, a 1, a 0. See ya.